the class of 2026. Told to wait. The class of 2026 has one more home game. So we welcome you up here to the MCTV broadcasting booth. I'm Aiden Stevens. Alongside me, my main man, Colston Divin. I'd like to thank you, for the past 2 years, thank you for all the broadcasts you've done with me. It's been an absolute blast having you up here. But, last boys broadcast, obviously, in case you have not heard, you're supposed to have a game tomorrow. It's postponed to Friday. That is a date with the Little Lions from State College in girls basketball. Colston, tell us about this District 6 showdown. There we go.
This, obviously, as I like to call the last dance. This is for a home match against these two teams in the playoffs, a big one for both sides. Altoona, however, is not having a great start, or really a great end, either way, to the season. They have only 5 wins on the year, but the difference maker is that they just beat a top-tier team in Harrisburg, I believe. They won it in a 1-point game. Aiden's shaking his head. I'm guessing it means it was in Altoona.
It was in Altoona. They hit a game-winning 3 with 10 seconds left to propel them over the Cougars from Harrisburg, I believe.
Cougars, yes.
If I'm not mistaken, Altoona 5-14 on the season. Yes, it isn't the best season, but it is improvement, and that's all you look for in these programs. They netted a net average of 11-point loss per game last year. This year, it's not any better, Colston.
Right now, obviously, Altoona, as he said, 11.4 loss per game for Altoona this year. Last year, with only 2 wins on the year, they were 2-20, negative 23.1. Obviously, negative 12 is not where you want to be, but that's still a big improvement, especially for this Altoona team. Chris Wagner, the senior. This is a very high-octane offense. That's been our word of the day. And for Altoona, they need to play offensively because their defense has not shown up to play really all year. Despite the 5 wins, they averaged over 60 in all 5 of those wins.
Absolutely, Colston. Mifflin County, they're having a very similar season to their past 2. They're 10-10 right now, trying to get over that 10-win mark, which they've gone 10-13 the past 2 seasons here in Mifflin County. District 6 runner-ups, they finished second to State College. The winner of this game in the playoffs next week has a date with the Little Lions. They lost 44-40 in that District 6 championship. There's a minute until tip-off. When we return, tip-off. But during the break, we're going to have national anthems and starting lineups on senior night one more time for the class of 26.
Like to say one more thing here. The senior, Evan Strohacker, makes his debut when we return.
Good evening and welcome to the Mifflin County High School Gym, the home of Huskies basketball, where tonight Principal Kelly Kabagna, Athletic Director Tish McClay, and Head Coach Wade Curry welcome the visiting Altoona Mountain Lions. A reminder, the Mifflin County High School, like all properties of the Mifflin County School District, is a tobacco-free zone. No smoking or tobacco products of any kind are permitted on the premises. Food and drink are permitted and should be purchased at the Husky Club concession stand, but please clean up your trash. And if a spill occurs, please alert event staff. Sportsmanship is an expectation here at Mifflin County, and fans are expected to do 3 things. Let the players play, let the coaches coach, and let the officials call tonight's game. Any fan that interferes with today's game will be asked to leave. Unauthorized personnel, which includes anyone who is not affiliated with the teams, is prohibited from entering the playing area. Before we introduce the starting lineups for today, would you please rise and place your right hand over your heart for the playing of our national anthem. And now for the starting lineups, first for Altoona, led by head coach Doug Paffer and assisted by Chuck Saylor, KJ Futrelli, Chris Buchanan, and Jason Casimir. Senior number 1, Malachi Shields. Senior number 3, Chris Wagner. Junior number 11, Cody Chathams. Junior number 31, Justin Heffer. And junior number 42, Elliot McCloskey. And now for your Mifflin County Huskies. At guard wearing number 23, a junior from Lewistown, Lucas Hartong. At guard number 11, a senior from Yeagertown, Evan Strohauer. At forward from Lewistown, number 4, junior Zach Keller. At forward, a senior from Lewistown, number 15, Josh Hartzler. And number 30, a junior guard from Lewistown, Jack Curry. The Huskies are coached by Wade Curry, assisted by Glenn Franklin, Dave Sheets, Adam Sheets, Don Beverly, and Jack Hacker. The officials for today's team are John Thomas and David Gray.
Evan Strohacker comes onto the court for the first time this season in preseason. I believe he tore his MC. I believe that's what it was. Has been sidelined the whole season, and for the first time, he's taking the court. It'll be Hartzler for Mifflin County for the tip-off. It'll be McCloskey for the Mountain Lions. Mountain Lions in the all-maroon. Huskies in the all-white. One final time in the dog pound for the class of 2026. We are
Almost underway.
whistle blows. Tip-off is up in the air. The Mountain Lions will win it.
I like-
Full dog pound, by the way. I'd like to point that out. We'll swing it out to the wing. Keller in coverage. He's guarding Wagner. Deep three there to start. Off the iron, rebounded by Keller. That shot there was by Shields.
Mifflin County, if there's one thing they want to win by in this game, it's rebounding. Altoona is more fast than Mifflin County. The one thing Mifflin County has is that rebounding. Here's Strohacker.
Oh! He makes his first shot all year. Evan Strohacker.
It's the loudest crowd I think I've heard for one shot.
3-0 Huskies. Shields has it, guarded by Hartong, going down into the post now. Hartzler with good defense. The two seniors making impacts early. Strohacker now in coverage. He'll swing it out to the outside. That'll go over to Wagner. Wagner now to the top of the key. Will give it over to Shields. Shields back to Wagner, guarded by Keller at the top of the key. Deep three. Rims out, rebounded by Strohacker. He'll take it up the court. Over to Curry now. Curry on the wing, driving inside. Strohacker pumped. I know he wanted it, didn't shoot it. Gives it over to Curry. Curry now to Hartong.
Now we're going to talk about a lot of Strohacker here. He may not be, he hasn't played for a
Driving
while.
inside, Hartong high off the glass and falls.
Great play by Hartong, but I like to say Strohacker, we say Bender's a playmaker. Strohacker's even better at it.
Go
He's only played a minute.
Watch some of the games from last year. That's all I can say about Evan Strohacker. Swings it out now to the top of the key to McCloskey. McCloskey, deep three there. High off the iron, rebounded by Hartong. Hartong's going to take it up the court now. Huskies on a 5-0 run, not even 2 minutes into this game. Hartong, the Hartzler now in the paint. One senior already has a bucket. Does Hartzler get one? Won't go. The crowd wanted it, won't get it. Going the other way are the Mountain Lions. Driving inside, this is Wagner. Wagner's shot gets blocked. Kicks it out to the corner right in front of the dog pound. Shot will get fouled. That's Shields. He's been shooting a lot tonight. And Evan Strohacker's coming off the court. He doesn't want to. He's shaking his head no.
I have a feeling this will not be the last time he's on the court. Considering how, he's 1-for-1 shooting. But Altoona, trying to get one on their board here from number 1.
Shields' his first free throws up and good. Shields averaging 1.2 free throws a make and a standing ovation
I'm gonna clap
here
for
in the
him.
dog pound from Evan Strohacker, the senior, making an impact. You know, he might have gotten 2 minutes this season, but in those 2 minutes, he's been very impactful.
100% from the field on the season.
Not a lot of people can say that. Shields' second shot is through the net. Bender now checking in for Strohecker. They'll take it up the court. Pick and roll by Curry. Curry pulls up from three. Won't go. Rebound goes to Hartung. Hartung swings it out to Bender. Bender to Curry. He's got it.
He doesn't miss twice by himself. And he says, hold on, I got this. And makes it 8-2.
Fool me one time, shame on you. Fool me twice. You can't get fooled twice.
Can't get fooled twice, yeah.
Swings it out now to the corner. Keller in coverage, cuts inside, gets tripped. They're going to call a foul. Keller doesn't like the call, and it'll be Altoona inbounding the ball.
Bender there ready for it. That's the hustle you like to see, but what you don't like to see, Mifflin County already has 2 fouls in this opening quarter.
Shot high off the glass, rebounded by Hartzler. Hartzler will give it up to Bender. He's going to take it up the court here on a mini fast break. Things will slow down. Keller driving inside. Tough lay. It gets into the net.
What a play by Keller in coverage. If there's one thing Altoona is not great at, is that inside coverage. They're not great in the paint. They like to shoot their 3 ball. They haven't been able to do it so far.
Out to the corner. Trips over his own feet. That's Wagner. Keller's been playing stellar defense. Mifflin County has gotten 5 stars already tonight. So far, 3 minutes into this game. That'll be McCloskey. McCloskey swing, spins, tough shot. Won't even hit the rim. Curry up to Keller. Keller back to Hartung. Hartung now surveying the court. Pick and roll from Curry. Won't give it over. We'll give it to the Bender in the corner. Bender guarded by Shields. Hartzler inside. The senior. Oh, he misses it. It rims out. Looked like it should have gone. Hit about every inch of the rim it could have, and it rims out. Wagner now has it, guarded by Curry.
Right now, Altoona just looking for an answer. They've been shut down offensively, mostly because that 3 ball has not been there to shoot.
Shields with his back to the dog pound. That 3, it falls for McCloskey.
We're already back to the announcer's jinx, ladies and gentlemen. I did it like 3 times last game. Yeah, I say it once, and it goes in.
I blame you for that one, Colson.
I don't blame you.
Keller now. Off the double pick, we'll give it over to Curry. Curry now pulls it from no man's land. Rims out, hit the front rim, hit off the glass. Going the other way, here's Shields. Shields will now give it over to Wagner. Wagner back to the top of the key. That'll be Peffer.
Justin here, he's the playmaker of the squad. He's looking for a teammate before he shoots his shot.
Peffer will give it over to Chambus. Chambus, first time calling his name tonight. Shields will give it to McCloskey. McCloskey in the post, guarded by Hartzler. Hartzler with great defense. McCloskey won't be able to get it to go. It'll go to Hartung. Hartung now taking it up the court. Hartung driving inside. We know he loves this. Doesn't get the foul. We'll give it to Hartzler. His first points on his last home game.
I'd like to mention here that as the seasons went on, both Hartung and Franklin, the 2 shooting guards of the team, have definitely gotten better defensively. We saw Hartung, our last broadcast, the interception, because he plays receiver, to really give them the win over Palmyra. That one goes a deep 3 in a 4-point game, 12-8.
Peffer with a 3 now. Now Altoona's starting to get the ball rolling here. Mifflin County starting on a 5-1 run. Bender with a between-the-leg cross, gives it to Hartung. Hartung will get fouled. They'll call it on the floor. Looks like we're going to have some substitutions here. Looks like it'll be Franklin and Hartsock checking in for Hartung and Hartzler.
So both seniors out of the game now. This Huskies team, junior dominant, my grade.
Good for you.
Yeah, I'll get to see most of these guys next year. The inbound is by Bender.
Curry, 4-3. Hits off the rim. Rebounded by Altoona. It'll be Shields taking it up the court with some pace. Driving inside on Keller. Back pass kind of works out there. Off a deflection. 3.
Air ball.
That hit the rim, Colston. That hit the rim.
Close enough, right? Sorry, I had to get it out.
You pre-fired and it didn't work out. Keller now on the wing. Over to Bender. Bender to inside to Curry. This isn't where we usually see Curry, as he's able to get it out to Keller after the double team. That'll be a steal. Going the other way, that's Hicks. He checked in for Wagner. Driving inside. Good defense by Hartsock. It hit the back of the backboard, and it'll be a turnover forced by Mifflin County. Going the other way. Here's Keller. Keller for 3. string music.
And that is exactly where Keller likes to shoot, that corner on the left side. He practices it all the time for moments like that, and I'll tell you right now, he will not miss that shot.
15-8 after the explosion that Mifflin County had in the first 2 minutes, had 10 points, has cooled off. Defense doing enough to keep them in the lead by this margin. Spinning inside.
No, I think he was...
Altoona wanted a foul. They didn't get it.
I think he said, oh, I went up for a shot, and Bender was just like, no, you didn't? And then it just went to Altoona. If I'm Bender, you got to be ready for the ball no matter what. I think you picked that up.
That was like a weird, I don't want to say everybody gave up on the play, but it just looked like the ball, it was like slow motion. That's the best way I could describe it. $1:36 left in the first quarter. Mifflin County leads by 7, 15-8's our score. High pass to Wagner as he's checked back into the game. Hicks, there's 2 Hickses on the court. This for 3 from Hicks.
Air ball.
That was an air ball, Colston. Over to Bender now.
As I said, they love to shoot their threes. That doesn't mean they're good at it. It just means they love to shoot their threes.
Franklin now to Bender. Bender has nothing on the scoreboard right now. Driving inside to Hartsock. Hartsock lay won't go. Unfortunate bounce. Great steal by Franklin on the other end. The ball's still loose. Franklin's able to pick it up. They'll call him out of bounds as Franklin jumps into the third row.
Franklin there, I love the aggressiveness, something Bender didn't show on the defensive side. But that one, just doesn't go. Obviously, the steal, I think you slow it down no matter what, because that worst-case scenario, Altoona fouls, and you're at the foul line. Try for the shot up, a great block, and now 1 minute left. Out goes Curry. In comes, I believe, Hartung.
You would be right on that. It'll be Hicks now from the outside trying to survey the court. Looking. He'll drive inside on Franklin. Hicks able to get picked off by Bender. Look for Wagner. Going the other way. Here's Hartung now. Hartung swings it out. One more extra pass to Keller in that corner. Bender now from the top of the key. He'll give it over to Lucas. Hartung now over to Keller. Keller driving inside on Wagner. Keller, tough lay, and one!
And he's feeling it tonight. Mifflin County has 17. Well, Keller has 7 of that. You put him at the line here. You give him a bucket. I believe if he makes it, he has the same amount of points as the entire team.
Yes, Colston, 8 equals 8.
I'm so good at math, guys. We've talked about this before. I'm a professional. Just make me a mathematician. Anyway, Keller for the free throw.
Up and nothing but net. 30.6 left to go in the first quarter. It's all been Mifflin County. Keller's going to check out of the game. Hartzler will check in. Another substitution. McCloskey's going to check in. He's averaging 12 a night, or 11.2, my apologies.
What I will say, this Altoona team is very deep. You don't know who's going to shoot it whenever they're on the court offensively. The problem is they need to get a lot of stops and an illegal screen going the other way. The Huskies get another turnover. They've been able to capitalize.
Altoona was very senior heavy last season. You have to go all the way down to Ethan Hicks. He had the most points in the loss last year against Mifflin County. He had 2. Curry had 20. Hartzler had 16. So look out for number 15 and number 30 tonight. Double screen there. Bender will give it to Hartzler. Hartzler inside the Hartsock. Hartsock play goes. 10 to play in the first.
Forward to forward. They love, helping each other out. Hartzler does the same.
Hits to Wagner. Wagner with 1 second. Deep 3. Hits the rim. Wants a foul on Bender.
Won't get it, and through 1 quarter, if I had to put it lightly, it's Mifflin County domination. I don't think we've seen 20 points in the first quarter so far for the Huskies season, despite very early on, and especially in a game like this. The Huskies lead 20-8.
It's been all purple, silver, and black.
I think, obviously we got to go into each quarter here. We didn't finish saying about our notes. The last 2 times, Mifflin County won against Altoona. They beat them both times by wins of 13 and 29, respectively. And Mifflin County, obviously the leading scorer, Jack Curry with 14.3. Altoona, their top scorer here, Chris Wagner, he's about the same with 13.5. As I said, this Altoona team is a very offensive team, but the problem is that their defense is nowhere to be found. That's why they keep losing these games, and they are not on pace for 60.
Like you said, Mifflin County is well on pace for 60. They're averaging 60.7 a night. 8 3-pointers made per game for Mifflin County. under head coach Wade Curry. Doug Piffer, the head coach for Altoona. It'll be Hartung inbounding it to Bender, and the second half action is underway. Bender from the top of the key. It'll be Bender, Keller, Hartung, Curry, and Hartzler on the floor. Bender looking, serving. He'll have to give it over to Hartung in the corner. Curry to his right. Keller now on the top of the key. Over to Bender now on the far wing. Gives it over to Keller to the near side wing now. Pennsylvania, there is no shot clock, so they can really take their time. That won't be implicated until 2028, 2029. Hartung driving inside, fights through some contact, and it's in.
And that's just what he's been doing all year. If there's one person who loves some contact, it's Hartung. He loves to go inside, get those tough buckets.
That one now inside. Curry with the defense. Another board for Hartzler. We'll give it over to Hartung.
That's what he's been doing all year. He may not be the flashiest guy, but if there's one man you can trust on the glass, Josh Hartzler is who you call.
Hartzler with it in the corner. Curry looked for a deep two, didn't take it. Curry driving inside over to Keller. Keller for three. Won't go. They're going to call pushing foul against Altoona.
They're going to, I thought they were going to call it on Hartzler. Yeah, Bender thought, maybe it was on us. He went, oh, my bad. I believe that was on Hartzler, and they do call it on him.
I was reading Bender thinking, we'd be inbounding the ball, and he thought the same as I did. So a minute has ticked off the clock here in the second quarter, 22-8 Mifflin County. This game was as close as 15. Mifflin County on a 7-0 run. Swings it out to the wing, driving inside. High off the glass, he'll be able to get it to go in.
Those are the tight shots Altoona needs to make.
It's now going the other way. Hartung drives inside, tough layup. It's a quick way to get those 2 points right back.
I will say, Altoona, if they want to win this game, you have to be tough in the glass. Maybe get a couple fouls to go your way. They're a very foul-filled team. And that one, they're also a turnover-filled team. They love to play aggressive, but those plays you can't make against Mifflin County.
McCloskey was the closest Altoona player in the area. So Bender will be taking it up the court. The facilitator, as we like to call him here on MCTV. Going out to the wing. He'll be guarded by number 52, Dylan Hicks. That pass is going to get intercepted by McCloskey. Going the other way is Shields. Shields trying to slow things down. He'll give it over to Hicks. Hicks now to Wagner. Wagner serving. He'll give it to McCloskey. McCloskey driving inside. Over to Hicks. Hicks is three. Off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Wagner. Wagner shot. Fade away. It's in.
I will say, if Mifflin County wants to do one thing, prevent that as they take a timeout here with 5:39 left to go in the first half. The number one thing they can't do is rush it. I feel like Mifflin County, they love their fast break points, but we saw their Hartung just tried to do a little bit too much. The pass to the corner. Altoona's ready, gets the turnover, gets the bucket. Now, obviously, we're not going to see that the entire game. We haven't seen it so far up until that possession. But if Altoona wants to get back in that game, in this game, they need to feed off those turnovers, turn those twos into threes, something they've done all year.
You know, I haven't done it yet here, but I'd like to thank everybody part of our MCTV crew. We got Mr. Herto up here on, I believe, quadruple duty. He's running the instant replay, VMix, the video board here in the dog pound, and he's running the camera that you guys are currently viewing. And as the whistle will blow, I'd like to thank our other cameraman here, Mason Konecki. You know, limited staff here, but I'd like to thank them for their time and effort as we go to Mason's shot. As it's Lucas Hartung dribbling the ball up past half court. Hartung driving past the screen. Gives it over to Keller. Keller now out the wing. He'll give it over to Franklin. Franklin high lob on Hartzler. I believe Hartzler drew a foul. I believe that is what the calling is going to be.
They're going to say, I believe, maybe a reach-in. I don't know what else that could be, but it's a foul on Altoona for sure.
Mifflin County's running a box formation here. They'll give it to Hartzler. Hartzler to Hartung. Hartung now. I don't think I've seen him shoot 1 3. This man has shot a lot of threes. Steps in from 2. Won't go. Fun fact about Jack Curry, he is 23rd in the state of Pennsylvania for three-pointers made all season long. That's technically ranked, Colston.
That is.
Driving inside, Wagner will get called. We'll draw the foul and we'll shoot 2.
Now, if there's one thing, Mifflin County, if I had to say there's one thing that they need to tighten up on, is the fouls. There's a lot of games, Mifflin County, especially for this boys team, they give up a lot of fouls, a lot of people go to the line, and eventually late in games, you don't want to do that. First time for the line for Altoona, they hit the first here.
Wagner's averaging 3 free throws made. 3 free throws made per game, and he's averaging 4 attempted, has a 74.5 free throw percentage. That's going to go down after that second miss, going the other way. Swings it out to Curry. Curry. Correction, Wagner was 1 for 2 from that visit at the line. Hartung driving inside. He'll swing it over to Franklin. Franklin to the top of the key. That's Hartzler. Hartzler driving inside. Will swing it out to the junior, Hartung. Hartung now over to Franklin. Franklin surveying. He'll drive inside. He'll swing it out to Keller. Keller loves that far corner screen there. Keller now driving inside. He'll swing it now out to Hartung. Hartung in the post. He'll go back to the free throw line. Close enough. 3 won't go.
Close enough. That there, I think Mifflin County is just boxed out. They tried to, use that speed. Wasn't able to do it.
Corner 3 right in front of the dog pound. Keller's going to be able to get the rebound. Here comes Hartung driving inside. Cross over to Curry. Curry jabs looking inside. He'll swing it now out to Keller. Keller at the top of the key. He'll give it over to wing, which is Hartung. Hartung now circles out to the top of the key. He'll give it over to Hartzler. Hartzler surveying the field. Gives it to Keller. Keller in the post. Inside. Tough shot off the iron. Put back won't go. Rebound will go to Altoona after a fight for it. Mifflin County is going to have some substitutions at the next whistle. Shields drives inside. Will get called for the foul. It'll shoot 2.
Once again there, just some defensive battles during that little time of possession for both sides. I think Keller there, you got to put that in. Obviously, 11-point lead, a healthy lead, but watch out for Altoona because they can get hot quick, and they are a second-half team.
Shields averaging 1.2 makes per game. He's already made a couple. Here's his first. Unfortunate.
Yeah, works for us.
He rolled snake eyes on that one, as I'd like to say. Coming into the game, the facilitator, Luke Bender, and Hart Soccer checking in for Mifflin County.
Out is Lucas Hartung and senior Josh Hartzler, only 2 points on the night. Strahacker leads both seniors with 3.
Keller will get the rebound after the make. He'll inbound it over to Bender. Bender now to Keller. Keller at the top of the key to Franklin. Franklin inside to Hartsock. Hartsock double team now. That means somebody's covered. Keller fights through or that's Franklin, my apologies. Franklin's able to draw the foul, shoot 2.
Franklin here, the number on his jersey is what he's looking for at the free throw line here. Franklin is obviously a shooting guard, but he doesn't go to the foul line often. He only has 1 attempted per game this season, and he's not great at it, 0.4, so usually he's 1 for 2.
Expect Shields to get taken out of the game here. He has 2 fouls. I got it right, Colson. Yippee. Shields will check out. 3 points, 2 fouls. So Franklin missed the first. He'll be shooting his second. Second is up and good, making it an 11-point game. 3:25 left to go in the second quarter. If you're just joining us, we welcome you to live MCTV coverage. Boys Senior Night here in the dog pound. Swings it out to the wing. That'll be over to Corin. Corin now gives it off to Chatham. So they're going to call a charge. I believe that was against Corin.
And I think this Altoona team's getting frustrated because you saw Mifflin County for the first time tonight. They really tried to play some press. They know Altoona wants a free look. Obviously, the 3 ball, especially down by 11, what you're looking for. But what they did there is just unacceptable. We even saw the ref afterwards. He's saying, hey, buddy, you do that again, I'm going to have to give you Mifflin County, possession and some buckets to shoot. So now, Mifflin County, another turnover caused. Can they capitalize?
Bender to Keller. Keller to Curry now. Back over to Keller at the top of the key to Franklin to Bender. Bender loves this baseline. It's going to get tipped out of bounds. Nice hustle there from number 11, Chatham's. Chatham's 0 fouls, 0 points. Leading scorer on the floor for both teams is Keller with 8. Over to Bender now. Bender on the wing. Inside to Hartsock. They're going to call the foul. Mifflin County with 3 minutes to play is 1 foul away from getting put in the bonus, having 2 shots at the free throw line for every foul.
2:51 left to go in this first half. The Huskies lead the Altoona Mountain Lions 25-14. Despite what we've seen, I think Altoona's offense really still needs to heat up. We just came off a game where they scored 70+.
Bender to Franklin. His three off the iron will get rebounded by Chatham's. Chatham's driving inside. Euro stepped high off the glass. They're going to call a foul against Altoona. That'll be against McCloskey. McCloskey here, well, that'll be his second, but it'll be 2 free throws for the Huskies.
So now Franklin has to go to the line. Last time 1 for 2.
Don't think the ref realized that it was in the bonus already. Standing at the other side. And Mifflin County is in the bonus with 2:42 left to go. That is a lot of time, Colson.
Only one person in the back is Hartsock, or in the front, excuse me. 3 in the back, Bender, Keller, and Curry.
First free throw from Franklin is up and bounces off the rim. So we're going to have some substitutions here. Carson Cherry checking into the game for Mifflin County.
Zach Keller coming out. He's had a great night. 8 points of the 25. A lot of rebounds, if I had to guess, 4. Maybe 3. But Franklin's looking for 1 here from the line.
Franklin 1 for 3 on the night. He'll be 1 for 4. Cherry tried to fight for rebound, wasn't able to. That'll be up to Crawford, I believe. There's going to call a charge.
Bender there, he's smiling. If I had to be honest, because we're allowed to be honest, I don't think that's a charge. I think Bender, obviously, I think he fell on his own. But, you know, I'm not going to complain. You know, we love our fouls. I believe charges do not force them to the line. It just gives them position.
It's like an out of bounds.
Exactly. So Mifflin County will pass it in. Bender's saying, are we supposed to be at the line? But they are not. So Bender will bring it up here for the Huskies. Defensive showcase in this second quarter. Mifflin County still leads by 11.
Bender now guarded in press coverage. We're seeing the aggressiveness from Altoona being shown. Over to Cherry. Now Cherry, the starter on JV, getting some key varsity minutes here on senior night. Over to Cherry. Cherry in the paint. Looking, swings it out to Hartsock. Hartsock now over to Curry. Curry driving inside here, fights through the contact. Over to Bender. Altoona head coach can't believe it. Ref's going to tell him what's going on. They're going to call a charge against Hartzler.
So what goes round comes around once again.
Altoona will give a half sarcastic cheer right there. They didn't think the one on the other end was a charge. They're going to call this a charge. We're even.
Keller comes in for Hartzler. Both seniors here. Pretty quiet. Usually Hartzler, he doesn't like to shoot a lot, but he's a great contributor on the glass.
And we've seen that tonight.
And obviously Strohiker, I mean, he hasn't played, so you can't really say anything about him.
Well, in the 2 minutes he's played, he has 3 points. And they're going to call a third straight possession with an offensive foul.
They're going to say a hit in the face there, I believe.
No, I think it's another charge because they're not going to the line, Colston.
No, they are just going to call a charge. Okay, it looked different from where he called from the booth there. But minute 48, a lot of charges here in the second quarter. It's getting nitty-gritty.
Both of these teams, I guess you could say, are charging their way into the postseason.
Right. An illegal screen there. Bender
four straight offensive possessions with a turnover. And once again, Altoona gives a more loud than normal cheer for a illegal screen. Now Altoona's in the bonus.
So any foul besides an illegal screen or a charge.
No, an illegal screen is a foul because they got given that foul right there.
So we'll see here if any foul gets committed because there's been a lot.
They're going to call a charge for the third straight possession for Altoona.
Man, they really love calling that. I mean, most of them I agree with. The only one I didn't really was Bender, but I won't complain. But, you know.
Who am I to say?
Who am I to say the refs are doing their job bad? I couldn't do it. Bender will bring it up here. 1:20 and ticking left in this first half.
Bender serving. We'll give it to Hartsock. Hartsock fake to Bender. Gives it over to Cherry. Cherry now serving. He'll give it to Keller. Keller now serving, leading both teams with 8 points. Circling now. We'll give it over to Bender. Bender to Curry. Curry, he loves this part of the court. That's why!
And he's broken the tide here. A lot of defensive battling, some turnovers. He says, let me fix that. And he gets another 3. He has 6.
Pulls up from a deep 2. Won't go. Will go out of bounds. Keller the last to touch it. 44.4 seconds left to go in this first half. Mifflin County has a 28-14 lead. They have double the points Altoona has. I was trying to come up with a cool way to say that. But, anywho, Wagner now gives it over to the corner. We'll go back to Wagner.
Wagner to Wagner.
They're going to call nice awareness there by number 52 on Altoona. Hicks to throw it off Curry. 33.8 now left to play. 10.5 seconds ticked off. We got to be careful of a 5-second violation. Are very careful. Deep 3, it falls for Hicks.
Mifflin County only 30 seconds. They're going to play with some tempo here. The question is, do you play for last shot?
I see a way where I think you got to mix it a little bit of both. Over to Keller now. Keller, 15 to shoot. Now to Curry. Curry. I don't think there's one better person I'd rather have shoot it than number 30 right now. Got 11 to play. Bender now.
Under 10 seconds, I believe they're going to take it. Last shot here in the first half.
To Keller. Keller driving inside. We'll call a charge with 2.1 and expect a half-court heave.
So, a lot of charges to end the first half, but it's been defensive. Considering Mifflin County had 20 in the first quarter, they have 8 this quarter. I believe Altoona had 8 after 1. I might be wrong about that.
Mifflin County smartly here is going to play press coverage. 2 seconds left. A 3/4 court heave. That was close. That was a lot closer than you would see a normal 3/4 court heave. Closer than either of us would have gotten.
Yeah, I'm no good at half-court shots.
Speaking of half-court shots, I believe there's prime ball tonight. I'm not 100% sure. If there isn't, I apologize for lying to you and getting your spirits up. But we all love prime ball here. I think this is the last chance to win some money here.
We will have the playoff game if we do win here tonight, which is looking pretty good so far. If we win, we play this exact team, Altoona.
If we lose, we play Altoona on the road.
Yep. So this is for home seating. Obviously, it's not a big difference, but obviously you want to have the home court behind you. That will be next week.
They're doing senior knockout.
So we're gonna have some very fun. I'm going to commentate because I feel like I haven't done anything tonight.
Oh, you're welcome.
So senior knockout is just a bunch of seniors and they shoot. So we got Zayden Dasham at the top of the court here. I'll try and name all the people. I might not know all of them, but Dasham here will take a free throw shot. His is in. I'm going to be honest, he misses. I don't know all these people. I'm just going to lie.
That's our quarterback right there.
Oh, yeah, that's Chase. So we're going to see here. They all take free throw shots. And
this might take longer than that.
if it does,
they might get cut off.
If they do get taken out.
And Bo Reeder has been eliminated.
And they gave it back to him. He said, "Yo, I'm out." So we're gonna see who comes out on top. I believe this is for a gift card.
Oh, we have MCTV's own.
So
Jalea Frazier's in there.
Oh, jeez, she's eliminated immediately.
You don't know that.
she's gonna hit like a deep 3, step back, Curry. But
we're just having some fun here. It's senior night here.
We usually go off at the halftime break. Why not? We got a fight here on the inside. Who's gonna get it? Both of them going for a layup. They both miss. One more's up. One more is good. Zayden Dasham is eliminated.
I can see why they do not try out for basketball.
Frazier, she airballs. Unfortunate, and she's out. So she doesn't even get the chance to win. I hope she doesn't hear this next morning.
I will show her that.
So we're just, man, maybe I shoot better than these people. I'm not going to lie. Well, that guy's got good form. The question, can he make? He knocks it out. That's Easton Zook. And he makes. He stays alive here.
I apologize. You guys can't even see what's going on.
Yeah, I just realized we're getting good play-by-play action. Aiden, you can change it if you like because we got Mason covering it.
Thank you, Mason. I'd like to thank everybody part of our FC. There we go.
So we got the main guy back up here. He's going to shoot a foul shot. His shot is up. It's too powerful. They're going to put a layup in. That guy made his last. He misses. But he's going to need to make it if he want to stay alive. Chase Hartung puts his shot up. Won't go. The quarterback stays alive. We're still alive here with 7:25 left to go in the halftime.
These guys might get shut down before.
Night. I was thinking that. They're actually not that bad. I was hating. They're not that bad. I mean, I'm better, but they're not.
Colston, I've seen you shoot a basketball, and I think we would all disagree if we saw you even shoot
So
2
Carter
shots.
Smith eliminate, or not Carter Smith, sorry, wrong guy, different Carter. I forget his last name.
That guy's name's Connor.
Connor Smith, I believe.
No, his last name's not Smith.
Close enough, am I right? Anyway, Chase Artone puts a free throw shot up. The other one gets him beforehand. They're going to keep it moving here with 6:40. They want to see a winner here. If we don't,
These teams do have to warm up for the second half.
This is Altoona's side. They don't have to. Oh, wait, this is our side. Yeah, get it going, guys.
Come on, fellas, let's keep it
Phil
moving.
Collins plays us in here. They are making.
They're on fire.
Yeah. Oh, look at the layup. It goes in. He stays alive. We're still going. What actually happens if we run out of time? Nobody wins any money. They all lose.
We win the money.
And eliminated.
Oh, we have an elimination. It's been a while.
We got final 6. If only I said 5, because then it makes sense with basketball. Oh, there's interference. I call a foul on that ref.
It's going to be 2 free throws.
Oh, great shot there by Chase Hartung. Multi-athlete showing here.
You're getting more into this than the actual game.
We haven't seen this all year. You know, it's a battle here. Where's Strohacker? Get him in here.
He would win this pretty easily.
Fight for it. There's Chase Hartung. He missed it. Trying to put it back.
Oh.
He's out. The quarterback is eliminated by Easton Zook. And we've got a final 4. This one a close battle here, but they're going to keep it at 4 with both made. I don't know why they wait. Just put it up right. Great shot there. Another great. 3 in a row. No.
If you were to be down there, you would have already been
I
back up
would
here.
I would have gotten third out. I would have made it past Frazier. So we've got final 3.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do not. Never mind.
Yes, we do not. Let's add that to the word the listener.
Oh! Sorry, I'm getting way too high.
I'm turning you down for everybody else.
This is what we're all here for. Oh, there's another one. I think, I don't know who that is. Let me be real. No, he's not out. So we got final 3. I like.
They're all making it. They haven't missed.
Who do you got, Aiden? I got white shirt guy.
I got Weaver. He's just shooting it right now.
I don't even know which one.
Well, I
Weaver
just
is.
jinxed him.
Oh, he stays alive. White shirt guy taking his turn. White shirt
guy.
Oh, interference. Is he out? Oh! We've got a final 2.
I think we might need to go to the official ruling right there. I don't know if there's a rule book.
It's just the dagger. Oh, it's still alive.
I don't know
He's
if
go back to life. He's got a chance for the game. Oh! Ice in his face. Can we get a zoom in on that? Oh, he does. I can't even hear him from down there. Maybe Macy can hear me. What a shot by that dude. That's his name now, that dude. That's what he's infamous for.
What a
game of knockout, everybody. Clap it up. That's the best shooting we've seen all night. Shot about 70% from the field, if I had to guess. That was actually somewhat fun.
that was actually pretty cool. I can't even lie. That was awesome to watch.
They're gonna say up next prime ball, and I'm gonna lose my voice if somebody makes a half court. It's caught.
Colston, I'm gonna mute you if you don't stop. And unfortunately, the fun is over. There's our winner right there.
He's out live. If only he knew. So now we get a shot of
people.
Yeah. But, you know, we're going to dive into the halftime report with 3:15 left to go until the second half.
I cannot believe that happened.
I got to say it. I think it's been Mifflin County domination so far. I think Altoona definitely has a chance to come back and win this game, as out come the Huskies with about 3 and some change before the second half action. But so far, Mifflin County's offense, I wouldn't say they've been elite, but they've definitely been solid. And Altoona, obviously, their offense stuttered and stopped in the second quarter. Same for Mifflin County, but I still believe Mifflin County outscored them in that second quarter. And I think Mifflin County, number one thing to do, basically just play the same. I think you dominated them in almost every statistic, and something Altoona's not used to. Excuse me. Their 3-ball has not been going. They're so used to that, it opens up everything else. Because they're not very good at the paint. We'll see here. Who stays alive here? Who gets the home court advantage in the District, I believe, 6 playoff?
District 6 goals. Yep, that's what District we're in. Altoona's averaging 58 points per night heading into this game. They're averaging 6 3-pointers made per game. They have 17. They are underperforming on the offensive side of the ball. That's the nicest way I think I can put that. 2 minutes heading in. Mifflin County just can't let their foot off the gas. We've seen so many times in this game where Mifflin County, or this season, where Mifflin County has not been able to finish out games that they shoulda, coulda, woulda won.
And I think another big thing, I've said this many times in broadcast, but it's maybe the most dangerous thing to stop, is that Mifflin County has had 3 guys with over 6 points. Keller has the most in paint. He's leading both squads. And the number one thing you gotta do is make them unpredictable. A minute and a half here until second half action. The Huskies, next game for this boys team away at Bellefonte, 2-17 on the year. That should be a win for the Huskies.
Sure. Knock on wood.
Yeah. Altoona here, they got their next game home versus East Lavon County. You don't hear that name. That is not right. That's the same. I'm pretty sure. No, that is right. See, I did it right. I thought that was last time. It was a weird name. Yeah, that's right. East Lavon County, 14-7. That should be a good one. Those two played each other tough the last time they played. But we're going to see is some tough action. This game is far from over. Less than a minute until second half action. The Huskies lead. The Mountain Lions. Close enough. They're basically the Wildcats. 28-17. Coming up next, the Huskies. Second half action against Altoona.
We welcome you back to MCTV live coverage here from the Dog. Golston did not realize we were going live, and he did not have his headset on. Golston, what's been going on? It's not been your nightmare.
It really hasn't. These last 2 nights have been poor. Here comes the student section standing up. You'll love to see it. And second half action is underway. Altoona possession.
Altoona will be inbounding. The ball gives it inside to who we presume to be McCoy. I believe that's McCloskey, sorry. Wagner has a little bit of trouble with the ball. He'll swing it over to Shields. Shields now surveying, guarded by Hartung.
They're starting 5 for Altoona. Nobody has more than 3 points. The problem is that 4 of them have 3 points.
Wagner spinning, guarded by Curry. Fadeaway shot. He's got more than 3 now.
I think, besides Curry, because I'm biased, he is probably the second most talented shooter out there. Mifflin County has a lot of shooters. We've seen it all year. But there's one thing that most of them can't do is that fadeaway. That one, Curry with the 3 balls missed. Hartung, a contested rebound. Something he's been great at.
Hartung able to grab it. Looking now to Hartzler. Hartzler surveying. He'll give it over to Curry. Curry at the top of the key. Now he'll swing it over to Keller. Keller on the near side. Keller would have his back to the student section. Driving inside. Hartung looking, surveying. He'll give it out to Hartzler now on the wing, up to Bender. Bender now at the top of the key. He'll drive inside. Shot off the glass, rims in.
And that is a beautiful shot by Bender. And the first shot he shot all night, 1 for 1. Why does that sound so familiar?
Looking, driving inside. There's McCloskey. Colston, you've said not one person has more than 3. Now 2 people have 5. Now it's just James.
Well, they were going to break it eventually.
Hartung driving inside. That's what he's so good at.
You know, he may not be the most flashy guy. He may not even be the most physical guy.
He is.
Actually, yes, he is. That's a lie. But still, he may not be the most flashy. He may not be the biggest. He may not be the strongest. But he loves that paint. He loves the contact. And he's got 8.
Chapman guarded by Curry. Way off the mark. Rebound, getting his own miss. Shot from around 6 feet. Curry able to get the tip. They're going to call on the floor against Mifflin County. It'll be on Curry. Or Keller, sorry, my apologies. They're going to call Keller for a pushing foul. It'll be his 3rd. He's the leading scorer, but he's also has the most fouls on the floor with 3. Shot there by McCloskey won't go. Hartzler, right spot, right time. It'll be Hartung now up to Bender on the far side of your screen. We'll now give it over to Keller. Keller driving inside. Looking now Bender. Bender, top of the key. Bender now to Keller. Keller to Hartung. Hartung surveying. Guarded by Chathman.
Taking his bittersweet time, looking for the right lane. Smart play by the Huskies. You're already up 11. Don't need to force anything.
Slow things down. Take your time. Hartung now in the post. Out to Curry. Curry out down to Bender. Bender swings it across to Keller. Keller driving inside. Will shoot two.
And that's what Mifflin County, I think, has an advantage over Altoona. We've said it before. Inside paint, they're better rebounders, and they are definitely better shooters. Altoona loves their speed. They love their fast break points. They haven't been able to do that tonight. And now Keller, using that strength to his advantage, he's going to shoot two.
First free throw from Keller heading into this game as he makes the first. He's averaging, apparently he has a 100% free throw shooting. Don't know how realistic that is, but.
He's averaging 11 a night. He's got 9, looking for double digits with 10. With 5:13.
Let's hope I didn't just jinx him because I pointed out the fact that he's not missed a free throw all year. I got close.
Did you think
I got
that too?
close. I got dodged a bullet right there. Mifflin County leads by 13. Taking it up the floor for Altoona is Pierfy. He'll give it over now to Shields. Shields surveying the court. Now we'll give it over to McCloskey. McCloskey corner now. Off the iron, McCloskey able to get it. Now we'll give it over to Hicks.
And what a block by Bender. He says, well, you want a shot? Well, I don't want that. And puts it down.
That was Piffer with the shot there. No, it was Hicks. It was Hicks. I was right.
That's the cleanest block you're going to see.
There's no question about it. Inbounding the ball here. He's got to make sure for a 5-second. He's open in the corner. That was a very similar play to how they hit their game-winning shot against Harrisburg because they were inbounding underneath the goal. Had a guy wide open in the corner. I believe it was Hicks as well who hit that game winner. But it's been all Mifflin County through 2.5 quarters. Here's Hicks, a 6'1" senior, shooting his first. Nothing but net.
If there's one thing Altoona does better than Mifflin County, I got to say it's the free throw shooting. Obviously, Mifflin County doesn't want them to go to the free throw line, so it won't happen often. But Altoona is basically butter from the free throw line.
If he misses this, you know who's getting blamed. Well, I don't think they missed a free throw. They haven't missed a lot of free throws tonight. So now it's back to an 11-point game. 34-23, 4:30 left to go here in this first quarter of the second half. Shields will get the rebound going the other way.
Hartsock here, he's been ice cold. He had a great game last time at home for the Huskies.
Wagner, guarded by Curry in the corner, will rotate out now to the wing. Dog pound here is full and starting to get loud. That'll be McCloskey. McCloskey working on Hartsock. Looking. Good defense from Hartsock. Doesn't fall. It'll be a rebound up to Bender now. Bender able to take it up the court with ease. Pick and roll. Not able to work. He will get the switch, though. Now over to Hartung. Hartung guarded by Shields, top of the key. That's been a fun matchup to watch. Another one, Keller versus Wagner. Now out to Hartung on the far wing. Bender, you don't see him shoot the three. He needs 2 more.
Bender, he loves to take his time. He loves to take his opponents, seriously. He loves to, help out his teammates. But what he can do, and he doesn't show it often, is shoot from anywhere in the court. And I mean anywhere, including that 3 ball. Number 3 for a reason. He puts up 3 for the Huskies.
I mean, what can't this guy do? McCloskey for 3. Won't go. Keller right there. Keller, the leading scorer for Mifflin County, up to Curry. Curry back to Keller. Keller now survey. Guarded at the top of the key by Peffer.
Keller, probably he's obviously the top scorer. I believe he's also the top rebounder. He's doing it all here tonight.
Curry driving inside now, fighting through some contact, and one.
This is what Mifflin County is just doing better than Altoona. Seems like that halftime, I feel like the coach from Mifflin County just said, Wade Curry, guys, just do the same thing you were doing. You were doing pretty well. And they just focused on it more, honed in on it. You go inside, you take the contact, you get those chances for fouls. And a second straight time in this second half, they have a chance at an and one. Curry will shoot 1.
Curry to make it a 17-point game is up. Won't go. Rebounded by Peffer. Peffer now gives it up to Hicks. Hicks now to Shields in the corner. Pull up a deep 2 off the glass. Hartsock will be able to get the rebound. He'll give it over to Bender. Bender to Franklin, wide open. Good block there from Altoona. I believe that was Hicks. I'm going to call no shot, a foul on Bender.
Bender tried for an aggressive reach, and it's an understandable thing because if you steal that, you've got a fast break going to the other side. That one, though, does not work out. His first foul, he's got 5 points, and the Huskies lead 39-23, 2:47 left to go in this third quarter.
Inbounding the ball will be Peffer. We'll find Shields in the corner. This is an eerily similar look to how they won the game against Harrisburg. I know I said that once already, but that one looked almost identical other than the fact that the shot did not go down. Hartung fighting through some contact. We'll give it over to Bender. Bender drives inside. Layup will get blocked. Shields able to fight through some contact. 3-on-1 with Curry in coverage. I mean, that's just a great play by Shields, able to attack inside, make it a 14-point game. Hartung now driving inside. He'll try and fight through some contact. And
my goodness! He takes all the contact in the world, and he loves the inside. He loves it all. He loves the play of the game, and he does stuff like that. You know, it may be impressive. You get a running fast break shot, but how about a running fast break, contact-driven, and one opportunity?
Well, the way you've been hyping it up, he's got to hit it now. And he does just that.
11 points for Hartung. He leads the team. Oh, he's loving it. I'm going to glaze him during physics again. You can't say it's desperation time just yet for Altoona, but obviously it's a big deficit.
42-25, as you just saw from our MCTV crew. I'd like to thank everybody a part of the crew. We obviously have Mr. Arto and Mason with us tonight. Without them, this stream would not be possible. I'd like to thank them for their time, effort, and support in MCTV. This is looked like he was pumped a deep 3, wasn't able to connect. Over to Wagner. Wagner guarded by Curry. In his face, won't go. It'll go right to Franklin like a gift on Christmas. Going the other way. Here's Hartung. Hartung driving inside. Does he have another? Won't go. Right over. Nice play there by Hicks to tip it to himself. Layup. What a block by the facilitator.
Bender, for the second straight time, says, oh, you want to go up? You want to get a 2-on-1 opportunity? How about 2-on-2? Gets the block and goes off the court in style. Hartzler comes in.
That was an incredible block. You wouldn't expect that out of somebody like Bender. I mean, what can't the guy do? He shot the 3. He's played stellar defense. He's got multiple blocks. The things that you don't usually see him do, he's thriving on tonight. Driving inside, this will be Hicks. Hicks.
Air ball.
Got to watch out behind, though. Shields with the poke on Franklin. Franklin now surveying. He'll give it back to Hartzler at the top of the key. Driving inside. Curry for 3. Automatic.
Right in front of the dog pound, and they cheer for number 30. He makes it a 20-point game. Ties Hartung with the most in the game with 11.
Mifflin County's on a run. They've been looking stellar in this third quarter. If they played good in the first half, they're playing great in the second. They're going to call a blocking foul against Hartsock. That'll be the team's 4th in the third quarter. 62 seconds left to go here in the third quarter.
Altoona made a great comeback against Harrisburg. Down big at the half. They need an even bigger comeback. Down 20, 62 seconds left to go in this third quarter.
That'll be Cochran inbounding the ball. He'll give it out to Shields. Shields now gives it to Hicks. Hicks to Hicks. There's 2. Shields now driving inside, stepping back, guarded by Franklin. I don't know what year Hicks is, or sorry, not Hicks, Shields. It doesn't list on our roster, but if he's not a senior or a junior, I'd look out for him. He's looked promising. He's everything you want to see in a basketball player. He's athletic. He's fast. He looks for good opportunities. I'd like to say Curry for 3. Won't go. Rebound, tipped in the air, grabbed by Hartung. Hartung driving inside. Will get fouled.
Yeah, that might be a foul. Just got shoved in the back. 4th foul for Altoona. I'm going to be honest. If I'm the ref, I'm calling that a tech. This is why I'm not a ref. Anyway, 4th foul for Altoona. Mifflin County keeps possession.
It'll be Curry inbounding the ball, 24.2 left to go. 4 fouls for each side. Checking into the game, number 41, Caldwell Logan, averaging 1.4 points per game.
If I'm Mifflin County, I'm holding it for the rest of this time. And just,
unless you have a wide open shot.
Yeah, unless you have a wide open shot, holding it for the rest of the time and just thriving off it.
Hartzler now to Curry. Curry. This guy can make any look on the floor look wide open. Hartung holding the ball, now 12 left to play in this third quarter. Mifflin County up by 20. Serving, he'll give it out to Franklin. Franklin driving inside, fights through some contact, won't get called, and it will be 2 free throws coming up for number 2.
He's been at the free throw line a lot, but the problem, this is, third opportunity as Dylan Bonson on the, sideline ready to get in. He's had 4 shots from the free throw line. He's 1 for 4, looking to get back to 50% on the night here.
First one is up. And unlucky, rolled snake eyes, as I like to say.
Bonson will come in for Curry. I'm going to be honest, this might be the next Curry. He shoots the 3 great, plays roughly the same style, and he's a forward as well, number 42 here.
Be a key to look out for here for the rest of this game. Second free throw is up, and he might be the unluckiest person I know who's not unlucky, Bryce Hartsock.
That one short. I don't think it would have went anyway. I think the time ran out, but Hartsock the rebound to make. And Mifflin County here. Altoona has 25 points total as a team. Mifflin County has a 22-point lead through 3 quarters. It's been all Mifflin County. And when we come back, the final quarter, I think the big question, does Strohecker get back in?
I hope
he does.
If there's anybody I'd want to dribble out the ball, it's been Evan Strohecker. He's had such an emotional season. Obviously, with the last season that he had, if you're just joining us, we welcome you to MCTV. Mifflin County's Evan Strohecker, he's been out all year with an MCL injury. He came back in for this one game, and he's in the 2 minutes he's played, he's gotten 3 points, I believe a rebound, or an assist.
One rebound, 1 assist, 3 points, 1 for 1 shooting in
2 minutes.
2 minutes, I believe.
Could you imagine if Mifflin County had a guy like that all year?
Oh, my goodness. They would, I think, honestly, they would have won every close game they had.
And
I'm going to be honest.
And, some teams that might not be a lot, but to Mifflin County, that's a lot.
Half the schedule. Both these teams for the Huskies are both 10-10, boys and girls. The next broadcast we have, at least for me, I believe there's no wrestling in between.
No, wrestling's done for the year.
So the next broadcast is the 11th. Girls basketball takes on Southern Huntington County. It may sound like a small school. They're 17-4 on the year. They're having a great year over in Huntington. Huskies looking for an end to this year, a great one. They're up 22 here. 8 minutes left to play here.
8 minutes left here in the dog pound for the class of 26. Looking now. Throws it inside. Not sure I like that decision by Hartung. But when you're up 22, it doesn't fully matter. Shields drives inside.
He reminds me of Jeremiah Fears, the Michigan State point guard. He plays roughly the same type of play. Right now, fight for the ball. They're playing a lot more aggressive from Altoona.
Curry.
But obviously, inside there, he loves to play it.
Curry crosses up Wagner and 1!
There's Curry inside again. We haven't seen it much this year. He doesn't like to go inside. He likes the 3, courtesy of Steph Curry.
I can see why, because, the guy's 23rd in the state. But 3-pointers made.
Obviously, he can do it all. It doesn't matter what he's from. If there's one thing he needs to work on, in my personal opinion, it's the midi ball. But he can go inside, take some coverage. He goes back for an M1.
This to put Mifflin County at 50. Up and good.
He has 14, leading the team in 2 straight M1s.
Now here comes Shields taking it up the court. He'll give it over to Wagner. Wagner guarded by Keller. That's been the matchup of the night, and it's gone all silver. Swings it out top of the key, spins, drives inside. Curry there with good defense. Hartzler able to poke it out. Number 41 for Altoona, Caldwell, is averaging 1.4 a night. He was the man that the ball got poked away from. Cochran now with the ball. He'll swing it to the outside. That'll go to Caldwell. Caldwell serving. He'll give it over to Wagner. Wagner hasn't been this open in a while. It's just been a cold night for Wagner. He's averaging 13.5. Steele going the other way. Here's Bender now. Bender driving inside. Will get blocked. Curry's right there. Right place, right time.
That right there looked like to pass straight to Bender. Bender, he wasn't really trying to assist. He was trying to put up his own shot. But, why not get an assist anyway? I mean, that one off the mark. Fears will get it before he's out of bounds.
You called him Fears.
Oh, it's
Shield. Pull up 3, rims out. Unlucky there.
Great play by Hartung, by the way.
Here comes Hartung driving inside, gives it over to Bender. Bender, what a layup.
That's a no-look pass to Bender. Bender fakes, hesitates, scores. It's just beautiful what we're seeing from Mifflin County. They've doubled Altoona's score, 54-27.
Altoona's averaging 58 points a night. No foul called there. Hartung gives it up to Hartzler. Hartzler now driving inside. Layup won't go. Rebound Wagner. Wagner's averaging 14 points per night. Just for record, he's been held in check. He has 5. Second chance shot won't go. They're going to call a foul on Mifflin County, I believe. And I'm telling you what, Colston, a lot of substitutions.
Yeah, that's putting it lightly. We're going to have Franklin and Hartsock come in. I'm not even going to try with Altoona. I don't even know the numbers of most of these players, guys. I'm not even going to lie to you.
Well,
it's MCTV for a reason.
Altoona has 4 or 5 new players, and the only person staying in is Malachi Shields.
I think
inbounding the ball to Hicks. Hicks gives it to McCloskey inside. Won't go. Rebounded Hartung. Colston just gave me a strange look. Hartung will get charged. Oh, no, he didn't get.
It's going to be a blocking foul on Altoona.
Thought that would have been a charge with how we saw at the end of the first
half. Yeah, really. I don't blame you for the pre-fire.
And, the reason why Altoona's been losing this game, if you look at the scoreboard, 3, 2 fouls. A lot of fouls being caused by Altoona. Hartzler will get called. Will shoot 2.
Hartzler, he's also a type of guy. He's not going to put up much on the scoreboard. He's not going to put up much points. But
sorry to interrupt here, Colston, but look at the scoreboard. 3, 6, 10, 14 fouls on Altoona, and that's just on the floor right now. That is one of the main reasons why Mifflin County is winning this game.
Hartzler, he's not going to put up much points as he shoots his first and makes. He's not going to put up much points. He's not going to do a lot of big things. But he's a nice contributor. He's the power forward of the squad, as we like to call it. And he'll get a lot of assists. He'll get a lot of rebounds. He won't score much, but he'll help out the team in a wondrous way.
Hartzler, they're going to call a lane violation.
Hartzler was like, all right, I'm done here. I'm going back. But he's going to get a second chance opportunity here.
Right now, if anybody's keeping track, Evan Strohecker point total 3. Hartzler's has 3. Does he make it 4? No, the seniors are tied on points still.
That one, fight for the rebound. Altoona gets it.
That'll be out to Peffer. Peffer now gives it over to the corner to Chatham's. The starting 5, I believe, in for Altoona. Driving inside. That's McCloskey. McCloskey won't go. Mifflin County has enough Huskies right there. Bonson was the first one, but Bender will be given credit with the rebound.
Bender's going to give to Bonson.
Hartzler now to Bender. Bender doesn't shoot the 3 often. Just short. Hartsock able to fight for it. Won't get it. Going the other way. Driving inside. Layup will fall.
Bonson.
5 minutes left to go. 55-29 if you're just joining in on MCTV. We're going to see a lot.
There. I'm trying not to cut you off, I swear.
You go. I insist.
Bonson there just on the wrong place. He tried to cut inside there, stop the bucket. Altoona gets it. We're seeing some JV guys getting some playing time here late. Evan Breon and Carson Cherry, who wasn't earlier inside.
Here's Bonson. Nice layup there. Make it 57-29. Mifflin County's averaging 60 a night. They will eclipse that point margin.
Hopefully.
If they don't score 3 points in 4 minutes, Colston, the 8 stringers might be in.
You might want to just cut the season here. 4:10 left to go in regulation.
Spin away, free.
Air ball. 3rd of the night for Altoona.
4th
of the night. Okay, fine with that with 4 minutes left.
Franklin now will give it inside to Hartzler, the senior. Swings it out to Hartsock. The deep 2. Won't go. Bender fighting for the rebound. Won't be able to get it. That'll be rebounded by Peffer.
Might I add, that is a rare miss from a deep 2, even just a mid 2 for Bryce Hartsock. That's his thing. That one, loose ball. Bonson gets it. Foul.
I know he didn't get credit for anything, but you got to love the effort you see out of Bonson right there. diving for the ball to keep it in bounds.
I believe they're going to put him on the foul line. They will. So 3:38 left to go here in the final boys basketball game for Aiden here. Well, he will be back. We'll be back obviously, Wednesday.
No, Thursday.
Oh, yeah, it is Thursday. See, I don't even know what day it is,
First
guys.
free throw up and good.
But we'll be back the 11th, whatever day that is. Home girls basketball, Southern Huntington County. And then a doubleheader, another girls game.
Hartzler's checking off the floor for what some people believe the final time, and he will get a standing ovation. Second free throw coming up here for McCloskey.
Now the final question I have for you, Aiden. There's 3:38 left to go. Does the main man, number 11, Evan Strohecker, does he get his flowers here? Get some
I think he's
time?
already gotten his flowers.
Obviously, 1-for-1 shooting. Does he end his, senior year? One shot, one make. It can't be any better than that.
100% on the season. Bonson now.
Dare I say that's kind of Curry-like. I had to, I'm sorry.
Here comes Breon. We'll swing it over to the corner to Cherry. Now over to Bonson. This will be some good reps here for these guys going up against an Altoona squad. Cherry, deep two, won't go. Hartsock with the rebound, serving. He'll put one up on his own, and another and one for the Huskies.
The only man on the court right now who's mainly a varsity guy. Obviously, Franklin plays a little bit of both. The main guy who's on the court right now for, varsity, he's been here before. He's played these games before. And, on the inside there, what he's so good at, just puts it right back up. And once again, another and one for Mifflin County.
This to put the Huskies at 60. Nothing but net.
Hartsock here, he's been quiet, but he somehow has 7 points. They're playing like Altoona, 60 points here.
Altoona's averaging 58 a night. Mifflin County's averaging 60.7. Swings it out to the corner for three. Nothing but net.
That one a great shot there by Altoona.
Altoona's fouling here. I'm not sure why Altoona would be fouling.
Now they're going to play a bit more off. Now they're playing on. Maybe they'll do a bit of both. Bonson with the behind the back, nothing going. There's Franklin with the ball.
Franklin now surveying the court here. Mix of varsity and JV. Swings it out to Breon. Breon to Bonson. Bonson for three. Won't go. Rebounded by Altoona.
I think we're going to see a lot of Bonson next year. You might want to check out some JV games. Actually, I guess they're over. But, you probably should check him out as the Altoona coach. He gets the ball. His first real action of the night.
Head coach Doug Peffer.
They
won Kyler Baker in the game. Are they going to get what the crowd wants? The crowd roars. Kyler Baker checks onto the floor.
With 2:16 left to go, I got to be honest. I don't think Strohecker's getting back in, but he's a part of our MCTV crew. He's part of our media crew. He obviously he plays basketball, so he's not allowed to really help us here.
Yeah, no, but I think I can see a couple conflicts there, Golston.
But obviously, Kyler Baker, the one time he came in last time.
We gotta see Baker. Cherry for three off the glass, won't go. Fight for the ball. They're gonna call a foul. I think this might have been the second loudest the student section has been tonight.
This has been a great showing by Mifflin County.
60-34, 2 minutes left to go.
And
the JV team is in right now for Mifflin County.
With this win, Mifflin County will get home field advantage against this very team once again next week.
Well, let's hope if you're a Mifflin County fan, which I presume most of you are, it's a similar result.
So they will get home court advantage unless we see the miracle of all miracles. We get home court advantage against this Altoona team. They would meet next week in a playoff game. The winner faces a fantastic team. I would say the favorite to win it all in State College.
Seeing how they're the one seed, I agree so, Golston. Nice put up there. Minute 40 left to go here. I think everybody in this gymnasium wants to see Kyler Baker score a bucket.
Baker, obviously, his biggest scoring night, obviously, is when these types of games happen. You get the JV some reps in. He had 8 points. He led all JV players when his JV players are in. He averages the most. Baker, he's got the ball. They're cheering for him. He's going inside, taking the contact. Foul for two!
And that puts Altoona in the bonus. Do you believe in miracles?
Baker, I would say he's solid from the line. I hope I'm not jinxing it.
Colston, So help me. If you just jinxed this.
Baker, the first, number 24.
Baker's first is up.
It's good!
This place erupts. 61 points for Mifflin County. Baker looking to try and make it 62.
The crowd goes quiet.
You could hear a pin drop. Up and good. Not anymore, you can't hear a pin drop.
Is that a Larry Bird shot, might I add, from the free throw line?
Driving, cutting inside. Layup will go for Altoona. That'll be number 24, Cochran.
Altoona head coach says no fouls.
Driving inside. High off the glass, won't go. Rebound by Altoona. I'd like to thank everybody, part of our MCTV crew. Foul will be called. And we have Mason and Mr. Herto up here running the camera, running VMix. Without them, this stream isn't possible. I'd like to thank them, not only for tonight, but for the whole season's effort. I know obviously we still have 2 more games, but still I don't think I thank them enough. I'd like to thank everybody. If you've even helped once, or if you've helped every game of the year, I'd like to thank you for your time, effort. What's the other one I say? Time, effort, and support of MCTV.
Now, obviously, this is the last boys game you'll hear from Aiden. I will be back next year.
Hopefully.
I don't plan on dying, guys, so hopefully so. But we're not done, obviously, basketball-wise. We will be here in spirit. We're going to watch every game here that's here still. But we've got 2 girls' games this upcoming week, Thursday and Friday, hopefully. That's still kind of up in the air, but we're hoping it happens. The next one,
leaning towards yes.
But the next one, the 11th, I believe that's a Thursday. That's also up in the air. But home against Southern Huntington County. They are a great team. Do not underestimate the name. 17-4 the last time those 2 teams played. They won by 18 against this girls basketball team. Both teams, boys and girls from Mifflin County, heading in were 10-10. Mifflin County's boys will improve to 11-10. The girls stay at 10-10, obviously, but Altoona will drop to 5-15. The Huskies 11-10. The next for these 2 teams, the boys go.
And Breon will dribble it out, and for the last time, the buzzer sounds in regular season action for the class of 26. Player of the game, Evan Strohacker. I know he didn't put up the most points, but he got the crowd into it. He scored the first points. Mifflin County with a 22-point dominant victory.
Now Mifflin County, obviously, Altoona, their next game, home versus East LeBron County, 14-7. Mifflin County away at Bellefonte, 2-17. They are not having the greatest of seasons. But after that, it's playoff action against these 2 teams in the dog pound. So these 2 are going to get real comfortable with knowing each other. This is a pregame, in my personal opinion. The next one is what really matters.
It is very important with home court advantage.
Yes, but that's going to be a big one. I would like to talk about Strohacker, obviously. This is not the last time you're even going to see him. He is going to be prepping to play baseball, which hopefully we will cover. We're going to try and cover it. I am going to be, I believe, this is not set in stone. I think I'm going to be softball. Aiden will be baseball. So
that's up in the air. Nothing is fully confirmed, locked in. That's that. But I'd like to thank all of you at home for watching live MCTV. He's Colston Devin. I'm Aiden Stevens. Until Thursday, where our girls basketball team takes on Southern Huntington.
And it's going to be Southern Huntington County, 17-4. Tough task at home here.
Yep. Thank you all for watching. Be safe and have a good rest of your night.